Welcome to Sustainable Design Expo Virtual Conference. We're so glad to have you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sustainable Design Expo, and this is day 2. I'm your host, Demi Amadu from A Plus Agency, and yesterday was incredible. Today promises to be even more exciting. In collaboration with the British Council of Architecture, Design and Fashion, we are exploring the dynamic intersection of culture, AI, and sustainability. Our theme for this year is Weaving Threads of Culture Through AI, and it is coming alive today with topics like interactive art and AI, building a profitable art business from waste materials, the future of AI in fashion and the creative industry, and so much more. And in case you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm going to fill you in on what the Sustainable Design Expo is about. So it is a celebration of Nigeria's vibrant creative scene. And here we are showcasing fashion and visual art, digital installation, upcycled art, woven fabrics, decorative art, sustainable craftsmanship, and so much more. And we're not just about style, but we're also about creativity and commitment to ethical production, eco-friendly materials, and responsible choices. So this is a hybrid event, and we've got a 2-day virtual conference. We started yesterday. Today is day 2, and we also have an in-person showcase coming up on October 19th in Abuja, and I'll have much more information about that as the event progresses. So get ready for inspiring conversations, innovative ideas, and sit back, relax, enjoy the journey as we weave the threads of culture through AI and sustainability. Thank you, and welcome again to day 2 of the Sustainable Design Expo conference.
Sustainable Design Expo. It was successful. It's interesting to see all the industry experts that were here today. Interesting to see the work of the designers, and we're really excited. We had the local communities also represented, the women who weave these textiles. Because for us, what is important is our ability to promote our indigenous culture, our indigenous crafts, and also to bring alive some of the textiles that are going extinct. We're really excited about what we are going to have in 2024. We're really excited about sustainable design in 2024, and we look forward to working with all the brilliant brands that were here represented, and we're excited about the creative industry in Nigeria. There's so much potential in it, and we're sure that the dreams of these people will be bettered alive with the Sustainable Design Expo. Thank you for everyone who made it here. Thank you to His Excellency, the SSA of Arts and Culture. Thank you to every person who was represented here, the organizations. We really want to say thank you to them.
Is evolving. AI is not just a tool in fashion and art. It's a creative force redefining how we design, imagine, and express. By learning from heritage, AI translates cultural elements into fresh patterns and textures, helping designers infuse their work into unique narratives. It's a partnership merging the human touch with machine precision. In fashion, AI is reimagining textiles and apparel. It enables designers to explore forms, colors, and patterns in ways never before possible, bridging tradition with innovation. From generating original artwork to creating personalized fashion pieces, AI is transforming creativity into a sustainable collaborative process, fueling new possibilities and empowering artists and designers to push boundaries. AI is more than technology. It's a new voice in the creative process. Together, we are weaving a future where fashion and art are shaped by the limitless potential of human imagination and AI.
Okay, so while we wait for our speaker, and we should expect him here any moment now, I believe we'll go over the things, I'll just go over the things that happened at day one. So we started day one with how designers can become more sustainable, and it was a really insightful um, topic, and our speaker really did justice to it. And one of the things we agreed on was that we have to start where you are. So sustainability might seem like something that is far-fetched. It might seem like, oh, how are we going to, how am I going to incorporate this into my brand? But she was able to, do justice by telling us that, you have to start from where you are. You have to take, small steps, and we also have to be conscious from the initial design process. So we don't just, design or, buy our fabrics, but we have to be conscious from the initial design process and incorporate sustainability into everything that we do. So yeah, she told us that sustainability begins from the inception. You don't try to be sustainable from the end. And especially if you're positioning your brand as a global brand, it is a very important topic. And even if I believe most of us want to, attract a global market, but even if we're just starting out, it is important to be conscious of taking care of our environment and, being the change that we want to see. So another other things that she taught us were to use sustainable fabrics. So how to be sustainable. These are practical steps that we could take. So we could use sustainable fabrics, small batch production. So small batch production is known to be more ethical in the manufacturing process. So small batch production, ethical manufacturing, ensuring that you're not using sweatshops for manufacturing, being involved in the design process and ensuring that the manufacturers are, paying fair wages and, all of that to their staff. She also talked about water management and how that it's important to not waste water while we're producing. And she talked about eco-friendly packaging, so eco-friendly packaging, green logistics, and one interesting thing she talked about is offering repair and resale services. So I see a lot of businesses, like maybe in the skincare world, for example, say, okay, when you're done with our bottles, bring them back, and we would offer maybe some kind of incentive for bringing back the bottles. So translating that into fashion, ensuring that you offer so that we, that in recycling, there's this saying, reduce, reuse, recycle, so in sustainability. So ensuring that we reduce waste, we encourage reuse of products, and we recycle. So one of the ways to encourage reuse of products is by making sure, encouraging the consumers to not just throw away clothes or use them once, but to reuse them. So when maybe something is off with the outfit, of offering repair and resale services go a long way in being sustainable. Another important thing she talked about was educating customers. Be transparent in your storytelling and highlight the social impacts of what you're doing. in your brand. So educating customers, highlighting the social impact of what we're doing. This will go a long way. Hello, everyone. Hello. So you can drop your comments. I would love to read from you from if you were here yesterday, what you um, took away from the sessions. And if you're just joining us today, let us know. Say hi in the comments and let us know what you're looking forward to learning today. All right. So the next session was about getting into um, digital fashion, which was really, really insightful. I saw digital fashion in an entirely different light from what I was used to, so I personally didn't know that digital fashion could be incorporated from the entire design process. So that means you could cut your patterns, you could fit to know what the clothes would look like on your model, and you could actually test the fabric as well, know what the fabric is going to look like before eventually, going to buy it, which is really great. Hello, good morning, everyone. So yes, drop your comments. Let's know what it was like for you yesterday. All right. And yeah, she talked, I mentioned how that I had seen digital fashion installations, but mostly runway, mostly to use to, showcase the products. But she showed us other ways that we could use it. Oh, okay. Your favorite session was the second. Yes, getting into digital fashion. Yes, that was mind-blowing actually. Um, you look forward to understanding the scope of sustainable creativity. Yes, I look forward to that as well today. We have a lot of, interesting topics coming up, and you're going to be wowed, I assure you. So, yeah, so from yesterday, Christy, could you tell us what was your favorite session about? What was your favorite thing about yesterday's session? What did you enjoy the most about it? Oh, you're an inspiring digital designer and seeing another lady making waves makes me know it's possible. Wow, that is amazing. And also seeing that she started from scratch, like she taught herself even when there were no um materials out to learn. Right now, I think it's a little bit easier to learn. Yeah, so right now it's a little bit easier to learn. You could go on YouTube, you could go on Udemy, you could go on her academy, like she mentioned. Yeah, seeing her make waves. She has worked with Puma and, I think Nike. And, it's a very fresh, I'll say new um area of fashion in Nigeria, not in the world. Like in the world, it's catching on really fast. In other industries, even aside fashion, it's catching on really fast. Even in furniture, because I see IKEA uses a lot of digital work, and a lot of other brands in the beauty industry. They use it a lot as well. You could test your skincare, you could test your lipsticks. So there's opportunity. There's really widespread opportunity in that field, absolutely. So I'm an aspiring sustainability textile expert, and I learned a great deal yesterday. Yes, digital fashion was your highlight. Whoa, digital fashion was your highlight as well. That's amazing. I'm glad. I'm glad it was. And today we're going to be talking about a lot of, you know, um, creativity and art as well. So I'm sure today I'm looking forward to knowing what your um favorite session will be today. I'm sure they are all going to be insightful though. So does anybody want to share some more? I'm really enjoying this conversation in the comments. So yes, Philippa, you can let me know what, you know, was your highlight about digital fashion. And if there's anybody that enjoyed sustainable, how to be sustainable, I thought that was an amazing session as well. So let's talk about how to be sustainable, or if you want to talk about getting into digital fashion, I'm open to talking about that too. Your favorite part was also the second. Yeah, I actually thought fashion was just about sewing. I was wild to find out that fashion is beyond garments. One can actually check out things digitally. Absolutely. There's a whole world outside there, about the fashion industry. So it's beyond, you know, just the sewing, even just ready to wear. It's beyond all of that. And it's a major way to stand out in the industry, incorporating technology, being forward thinking. And that's why I'm grateful that A Plus Agency, in collaboration with the British Council of Architecture, Design and Fashion, is putting this together to show what is obtainable through in fashion, in arts, using AI and technology. So yes. Oluwashaya says, good morning. Yesterday's session was enriching. Looking forward to today's session. Yes, I absolutely am as well. I'm looking forward to incorporating sustainability into my brand. Absolutely. And don't forget to also communicate, to your audience that is what you're doing, that, this is what I'm doing. So what ways would you be incorporating sustainability into your brand? Please let me know. Let's talk about it. What ways would you be incorporating sustainability into your brand? you know I love that, there are simple, steps that, we could take. And it's funny that, even being a made to measure brand, even, doing small batch production is also a way of being sustainable. So we do a lot of sustainability here, but we just don't know that that is what it is. So yes. Caroline, let me know how you plan to incorporate sustainability into your brand. Okay, Gift says I aspire to be getting into digital fashion. That is amazing. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. There's a whole new world out there. There's a whole world, not new, but there's a whole world that out there, where digital fashion, where creativity, where AI is involved. Most times when you cut fabrics, you have excess that may end up in the trash, but I'll start using these pieces to create something new. Absolutely. I love that you're saying that. So we're not just, we're reusing, I talked about reducing, reusing, and recycling. So ensuring that we reuse a lot and not just because the fashion industry is an industry, yes, that would help to reduce waste, yes. The fashion industry is an industry that, uses, there's a lot of waste, so yes, just doing your own part to ensure that you reduce waste as much as possible. So to incorporate sustainability into my brand, yes, yes, that's amazing. So who else? I'm loving this. Are we loving this conversation? I believe I am. I am. So let's keep talking about, what yesterday was. Yes, absolutely. Incorporating culture into a brand. I believe it's so a lot of brands want to be so Western that we forget our roots. And that's really what stands us out. You know, in branding, it's really important to stay true to your roots. Well, depending on the perception you want people to have about your brand. But it is a unique selling point when you just, even if you want to merge both cultures, but also maintaining your roots. I think yes, it goes a long way into our brands, showcasing who we are, what we stand for, our culture, infusing that into our brands, that is really important. I believe it is really important. So yes, does anybody else want to see anything else. Oh, I love the idea of resale of fashion pieces to clients while making new ones. Yes, so I know this particular bridal brand. So I know that after it's pretty premium, it's pretty luxury because it's like bespoke, is a bespoke bridal brand. And one thing they do is they help their brides resell. So when, usually wedding dresses are, can't be waste because it just lies there, after using it once. So they help their brides resell, which I think is amazing. I would even say that they should actually, you know, talk more about, that area of their brand and how that it is a sustainable practice. So yes, reducing waste, helping clients to resell, helping them to reuse. I understand why they may not want to, make that public because they might think it will hurt their brand, but I think it will go a long way. The highlight for me in building sustainable fashion is the part mentioned that you could design a dress that can be worn in multiple ways and the eco-friendly packaging to prevent waste. Thank you. All right, so thank you very much for that. After yesterday's session, I'm designed to start again. I'm stopping for other products. This is really amazing. I love that. I love that we actually took notes. It shows that we took notes from yesterday's session. So, yay, everybody. So right now we will be going into one of our sessions from Mr. Jabulani. So after this video, he'll be coming up. So stay tuned.
Jabulani. He is a skilled community manager, program manager, and STEM educator with a passion for fostering innovation and technology in education. Formerly serving as the city lead for Data Science Nigeria, Asaba, where he demonstrated leadership in promoting data science and artificial intelligence programs in schools and universities. A graduate of transport management from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Obomosho. Additionally, Juvalani has experience in sales and marketing and is a co-founder of Kids Code Innovation Hub, an initiative dedicated to empowering children through coding and digital skills. Join me as we welcome Fole Jabulani.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so let me share my slide and Please, can you see my slide? Hello? Okay, so I want to talk about the future of AI in the creative sector, how beginners can leverage AI for innovation. So our agenda today, we want to look at what is artificial intelligence, the various applications of AI, why AI is important in the fashion and creative sector, AI tools to leverage on. So what is artificial intelligence? That this is a simulation of the human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and act like human. So the whole idea of artificial intelligence is to build machines that can think like human. How do we replicate human intelligence in machines? That way that whenever we have issues, this AI could assist humans in making better and much more informative decisions. It's also a method of making a computer-controlled robot or software to think intelligently like the human mind. So the whole idea of AI, like I said, is just how do we train these robots to think like human beings? So in the world, there are lots of billions of data. Now, these billions of data we train this data using machine learning algorithms so that this AI could be able to understand and make much more informative decisions. So what are the various applications of AI? So one is you have recommendation system, you have natural language processing, you have image and video recognition, you have predictive analytics, you also have personalized marketing and autonomous vehicles. So now what is recommendation system? So recommendation system, it has to do with how when you're using YouTube, for example, now when you search for particular videos, let's say, for example, now I'm searching on comedy, and so the AI must have understand that, oh, every time I always search for comedy things. Now the AI is going to bring other similar videos relating to comedy to my field. They also have what we call the natural language processing. So the natural language processing, this is when in terms of the application of like chatbots, so they apply the concept of natural language processing in doing that. They also have what we call the image video recognition. So this is using recognizing videos or recognizing images of people. So another application of AI is predictive analytics. So it helps in predicting things in terms of, let's say, for example, now in AI, there's something called business intelligence. Now, AI could study businesses, study what you have done, in the past, and try to make some kind of predictive decisions to enable you to make better decisions when you are faced with challenges. Then also personalized marketing. So the concept of personalized marketing, it has to do with now how do we make um, tailored marketing concept to a particular customer. So let's say, for example, now as a fashion house, there's a fashion house now. You have a lot of people coming to this fashion house. Now we could have AI that could study all these customers, study them, study their behavior, and we could tailor special marketing or let's say marketing adverts to these specific customers based on the data we have studied about these customers. So another application of AI is autonomous vehicles. Okay, so autonomous vehicles has to do with self-driving cars. How do we make cars that can drive itself? So the whole idea of this is that there are a lot of data we have trained these machines so that they could be able to learn from these machines and make better decisions while they are driving. So why is AI important? Why is AI important in the fashion or creative sector? Why is AI important? Okay, so let's say the importance of AI. How do we apply AI in the fashion or creative sector? So number one, we talk about predictive analytics and sales forecasting. So AI-driven predictive analytics can forecast sales trends, helping fashion business make informed decisions about inventory and marketing strategies. So, like I said previously, in the world, there are a lot of data in the world. There are billions of data. Now, this data, we can learn from this data. But if you allow humans to just make um, to learn from this data, it's going to take a lot of time. So what this engineer does is that they train this data using mathematical algorithms to learn from it. So that way, the AI could be able to make better decisions. So that is the whole concept of AI-driven predictive analysis. So let's say, for example, now, let's say if you look at Nike now, for instance, now, they're into production of shoes. So in the world, a lot of people have bought Nike shoes and they have their records. So now we could train these records, previous records, we could train them using AI. Now, whenever I want to forecast some kind of sales and I want to bring another version of shoe to the market, now we're able to know, okay, will this shoe be able to do very well in the market? Or you take a clothes, for example, now you want to bring another new clothing line into the market. With this new clothing line, will it be acceptable in the market? So those are the things AI helping us in making some kind of predictive decisions, in making forecasts, in making better sales forecasting. So another application is customization and bespoke fashion. So AI allows brands to offer customizable products where customers can personalize designs, sizes, and colors according to their preference. So the way this works is that with AI now, you could be able to, now, if I want to sew clothes now for someone now, probably the person is in Abuja now, I can now decide that, oh, there's an AI application that can just take your clothes, take your measurement, take everything. You don't necessarily have to come and meet me where I am. I'll make, based on those measurements, I can make customizable clothes that is going to fit you perfectly. So those are the applications of what, of AI, how they could assist the fashion industry. So another one is generative design. So generative design, it said AI-powered generative design tools assist designers in creating unique and innovative designs. They can generate endless designs, variation, saving time and boosting creativity. So as a fashion designer, you want to design clothes now. Okay. So one of the things you could do, that AI tools that you could just go, it could help you in designing those clothes very, very fast. It saves you a lot of time, a lot of energy in trying to cut clothes, cut the measurement and everything. So, and also, there are some people that they could design clothes, like draw clothes and everything. So AI tools could also help them in using this AI applications. You could design soft copies or like a digital design of those clothes and share it to the world. They're able to see it. Okay. Then also, you also have sustainability material solution. Now, they say AI can help in choosing sustainable and eco-friendly materials by analyzing their environmental impact. This is crucial in the fashion industry effort to become much more sustainable. Now, when you talk about sustainability, sustainability right now is one of the trendy topic because the world is kind of depleting. So we're looking at much more sustainable ways to make the heads to 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 stay longer. Now, as in the fashion world now, it's good that AI could help them in making better decisions, trying to look at, okay, if I'm trying to use this material, what is the impact? What is the impact of this material in the society? What is the impact of this material in this environment? So AI must have studied previous materials, previous data. Like I said initially, in the world there are billions of data. So AI must have learned about all this data. We have trained this AI with previous record. Let's say, for example, we are using a particular fabric material. Okay, this is the effect of the material in the society. This is the result. This is the end result. So if we want to bring some kind of clothing materials now, we can say, okay, what is this material eco-friendly? So AI is going to assist us in making those decisions. Now, if you look at this side of the screen, you have, biodegradable packaging, shoes made from recycled materials, natural dyes from plants, organic cotton cultivation, redesigned clothes. So, in as much as you are designing your clothes, it's always good to fashion in sustainability. How do we recycle materials so that we're able to protect our environment, make our environment much more friendly? So that's another application of what AI does. So now we want to look at the tools we could leverage on. What are the tools we could leverage on? So what are the tools we could leverage on? So now AI tools we could leverage on. So number one is ChatGPT. So you know, ChatGPT is a tool that everyone is using today, and it's one of the most important tools that could help in boosting your productivity. Now, fashion designers can use ChatGPT to boost productivity by streamlining creative tasks, generating design ideas, and staying up to date with trends. It can help you writing product description, naming collection, and crafting marketing content for social media and emails. Now, so those are the few things you can do with ChatGPT as a fashion designer or a creative artist. So let's say, for example, now you want to write a sales report, or you want to try to write something like a content that could bring in customers to your business. So you could chat ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT, please, can you generate a writing report on how to do business with the government? how can I sell my product? How can I partner with them? So AI is going to generate a lot of ideas for you. So ChatGPT is one of the most productive tools as a designer that you could use. It should be in your arsenal. You can also create marketing content. You can say, okay, let's say for example, now you have your social media handler. You could generate content from ChatGPT. Okay, can you plan a content calendar for me? Can you draft out content I will be posting each day? Maybe Monday, I want to talk about sustainability. Tuesday, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. So ChatGPT could help you in doing all these things. It's going to help in boosting your productivity a lot. So under two again, you could use is newarc.ai. So this tool is an AI-powered generative design tool to assist designers in creating unique and innovative designs. They can generate endless design variations, saving time and boosting creativity. So now, one of the things this thing does is that if you look at this picture, you look at this image. So you could tell it that, okay, I need this kind of designs. So it's going to generate from this picture from this side, it's going to generate designs similar to this for you. So you could try it, maybe test it with African attires. I literally don't know if they have that for Africans. So you could just try it and see how it goes. It generates most of the things are it has to do with the white culture. So that is the major reason why we need more fashion people into into this creative space, in which we could be able to train all this AI with our own African attires, our own Africa data sets and everything. So on that tool you could use is Zimo.ai. So Zimo.ai is an AI-powered platform that helps brands create realistic visual models and fashion content without traditional photography. It streamlines digital content creation, enabling e-commerce business to produce customizable products imaginary efficiently, saving time and cost. It's kind of similar to this one. There are different tools, so they are kind of similar thing also. So you also have Starry.ai. Starry.ai is an AI platform that generates digital art from text prompts, allowing users to easily create unique customizable visuals. It's popular with artists and designers for simplicity and creative flexibility. So what this does is that it helps you in it's just like the way ChatGPT is. You could write in things about this time now. This text, let's say, did a digital artwork for a particular product in a certain market. So this AI is going to bring in a digital artwork for that. So once you just type in the text, it's going to generate the artwork for you. Okay. So it says it's popular with artists and designers. So you could design some. This is the prompt that brought this cat. So another two. Okay, I think that is done. So in conclusion, data-driven trend forecasting will allow designers to stay ahead of the market. Now, for instance, now when you have your data, so data is one of the key thing in when you're trying to apply AI to your business. So once you have your data, it keeps you ahead of the market. It keeps you ahead of knowing what to do. What do I need to bring to the market with these things? Will it be acceptable? You don't just bring a product in the market and the market doesn't need it. So with AI, the AI must have studied about the market's trend. It knows what the market wants due to the forecasting, due to previous records. So those that all concepts under supervised learning. So it has studied a lot of data. It helps fashion house to make better decision. Okay, and over at certain time, okay, this particular period, this is what the market needs. This is so those are some of the applications of AI. Then AI will enable Nigerian creatives to scale their business and reach global market more effectively. So you can be in your house now, you can be designing products, or you could be designing clothes for someone in UK, or for someone in US, or for someone in Canada. So those are what AI can do. Someone can be in UK now, and you're a fashion designer here in Nigeria, and you're designing, probably selling some material for them. Using those AI tools, you could be able to get tailored, get their measurements, and you design your clothes and ship your clothes to them. So those are what AI could enable, bring Nigerian to the global market to try to get much more customers. Then AI will transform the sector into tech-driven and competitive force on the international stage. So AI, is going to help the fashion industry in bringing them to the international stage when we leverage on all this platform. So you don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel again, just leverage on AI, and AI was going to help in boosting your productivity. You can also use ChatGPT, leverage on that too very well to do anything. You could leverage on it, write sales reports. You also have another kind of tool. It's called the copy.ai. So copy.ai allows you to write uh, copy letters. So copy letters are letters that persuade people to buy particular products or services. So it helps you in writing better um, says 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 documents. So thank you very, very much. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Foley. That was indeed amazing and insightful. Thank you so, so, so much. I'm sure a lot of people are buzzing with questions, so please drop them in the comments section so that he can answer your questions real time. So personally, the first time I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. The first time I got acquainted with AI, it was, where has AI been all my life? Because it just made everything so easy, made things easier for me. But a couple of people have some concerns about maybe their data, about AI is taking all the jobs. People are, especially Nigerians, are very worried of, trying out AI, you know. So what would you say to people that are being very skeptical about AI? What would you tell them on, to encourage them to adopt AI into their work, into their creative work?
Okay. So literally, there's this saying that AI is going to take away our jobs. So a lot of people, there's this kind of phobia for it. But tentatively, there are some jobs AI is going to take. That are going to replace. Because let's say, for example, now if I have a company and I have AI that could make better decisions for me or could do a lot of things, definitely I want to lay off my workers because it's going to save me a lot of time. But nevertheless, AI is going to create a lot of opportunities for it's going to create a lot of job opportunities. But the only challenge is that you just have to position yourself, with those skill sets. Now, let's say, for example, now, as a fashion designer now, definitely you can write some kind of sales document for all these fashion companies. So those AI tools could be able to allow you to be able to do that. So there are lots of platforms that could, let's say, for example, now you want to design some things. Like in the previous class, they're talking about the last session that was yesterday, they talked about NFTs. So you could, as a fashion designer, you could have your own NFTs. So those are things that AI AI is going to assist you in doing. But the most important thing is that you just have to AI is just yet to just have to leverage on it. We leverage on using AI tools to boost our own productivity. So we shouldn't be scared that it's going to take away
Absolutely.
our jobs and everything. So you just like your 5 and 6, you like your assistant. Now, let's say, for example, now
Exactly.
you can have this, you can have your own tailored chatbot that if you are not there, someone can chat with your chatbot, and the person is going to
Mm-hmm.
the chatbot is going to give exactly response as though you were the one there. So it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of case that you can do something else, and your chatbot is assisting you in running your daily activities.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for that. So yes, the world is changing as we know it. AI has come to stay. It's only gonna, get, better as we train it, like you said, but it's better to adopt it and like you said, make it your assistants, like your 5 and 6, instead of because whether you push it to the side or not, it is here to stay, so it's best to leverage it. My second question would be, some people also say AI is taking away creativity, like people are not thinking for themselves anymore. You just have a question, you go straight to AI to ask, So what would you say is the balance between creativity and using AI?
Mhm.
Like human
Literally,
creativity and using AI.
literally, it depends on the context. And so let's say in the academic setting now, when you're trying to do research work, and you are using AI to write these things. So most of the
Mm-hmm.
times it's literally not like see the AI is trying to take away our creativity. For example, now I've been in cases whereby I'm trying to do maybe a research work, and I didn't really have a better understanding of the question. So I just copy and paste the question on the ChatGPT, and it kind of gave me a better understanding of how to tackle this thing. Okay, so that way
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to know, okay, I need to do this. I need to probably do this way. I use ChatGPT a lot because
Mm-hmm.
there are sometimes I want to make a lot of decisions. I want to do some certain things now. I can just say, okay, let's say for example now if I want to organize a program now, I can just write ChatGPT, how do I do this? How do I do that? It's once I read through what it brings, it makes me to be able to have a better decision. Mind you, you know that this AI now, they've trained this AI with billions of data, maybe like 10, 15,
Mm-hmm.
20 years ago. So imagine the stress is going to take me to going to look at all those data just because I
Mm-hmm.
want to make one decision now. I just so
Absolutely.
that is what it doesn't literally replace my creativity. It's here to
Yeah.
enhance
Enhance
my
it.
creativity. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I think one major or two major things you said, like that, are the advantages of AI is knowing when you talked about data-driven trend forecasting and, also marketing, because this is major, whether we like it or not. Every fashion or creative business or creative brand is actually a business, and you want to have profits, you want to make money in the end. And one thing about creatives is that most creatives focus on the skill of being creative, of designing, of sewing, of or creating art, but we don't a lot of creatives don't know the business end of these things. So AI could actually be could help you in the business aspect as well, in your marketing, creating tailored marketing um plans on how to share your content and all. So another question I'm going to ask is, um we know that AI is still being trained, right? So can you speak on, people actually maintaining their voices even while using AI? Because that's something we see often where AI is just um Okay, so somebody asked a question. I'm going to prioritize this before time because of time before asking my question. And the question is, what tools can we use for market analysis of one's products, considering that one hasn't been using AI analysis tools before now? So what tools can we use for marketing analysis for one's products? Are you there? I'm not sure if he can hear us.
Please, I didn't really get the question.
Okay, so Philippa asked, what tools can we use for market analysis of one's products, considering that one hasn't been using AI analysis tools before now?
Okay, if no, okay, so if you want to market your product, so I think the first thing is, um, one thing I believe is that as a business person, uh, it's good you should study about all these business books, you know,
Mhm.
because it helps you in, let's say, for example, that like that kind of product now, you need to read about marketing, trying to know, okay, how do I
Mhm.
promote this product? Okay, so now once you understand the market, now you can make use of maybe copy.ai. So copy.ai is a platform that allows you to write copies, like sales copies to document to people, sorry, to people. So now that is one. On that thing you can do is that you want to leverage on maybe um, social media, in the sense that you want to use social media to be able to generate leads for your product. Okay, so then also you could also use ChatGPT too. You try to get queries, try to answer questions and that. But for you could leverage on social media. Now the essence of the social media is that social media helps you in generating leads for your product. Also, you could also do maybe seminars, to talk about like something like this now for people to know about your product, your services, and the likes. Then you could also use chatbots when somebody wants to make inquiries. Your if you are not there, you see that in WhatsApp messages. Some there'll be like a prompt and to respond to you. But I think the most important thing as a business person is that you could, in terms of your market, you want to understand your market. When you query ChatGPT, okay, how do I make these things? So ChatGPT could teach you on how you could be able to push your product out there, giving you some kind of informative decisions. That is, if you don't have the luxury of time to be reading those or those business books as a business person and everything. So it's going to, so let's say if you don't even while you are reading those queries that ChatGPT is giving you, those responses, if you don't understand the particular concept, you could also query it again. Okay, can you please simplify this for me? It's going to bring a much more simplified form. So I don't know if that answered the questions better.
Oh, yes, yes, you did. You did answer the questions. And one thing I would say to that is, so there's ChatGPT, but there's also Meta AI. Meta AI. If you open your WhatsApp, you see like Meta AI, at the search place. If you open Instagram as well, so you could just ask questions if maybe you don't want to go the ChatGPT route, because I know ChatGPT is paid, after like a few questions. So AI is actually very easily available, but we'll probably talk about that shortly. So thank you very much, Mr. Foley, for this time with you. It's been really insightful. Thank you for coming on here. And we had a great time with your session. Thank you for making it practical. So thank you very much. And we hope you have an amazing rest of the day.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. All right, everyone. So that was an amazing, amazing session. So we're going to talk about AI a little bit more. So if anybody has questions, you could drop them in comments, and I'm going to try to answer them as much as I can. And you could also say, the things you learned about this session, and, we could speak on it. So an example on how to use AI, for example, say you go to Meta AI or you use Bing. Bing is the one for Microsoft. So these are very readily available. So you could just search, I am an Ankara designer that makes this kind of clothes. You could just write that into the search tool. In Nigeria, can you describe who my target audience is? AI will bring out, who they believe your target audience is. And you could also say, create social media strategies to attract this audience. AI will bring out everything. So that's what he meant by, AI enhances, AI, helps you. All right. So we're going to go straight into our next session. And this one is really, really, really interesting. And the next person you're going to see after this video is Mr. Oladapo Overture. So yes.
Born fine art photographer and curator pushing the boundaries of art and technology. His work fuses traditional art forms with cutting-edge techniques like augmented reality to create immersive experiences that captivate the senses. A key figure in contemporary African art, Overture explores migration, wealth, and human connection themes. In 2018, he gained international recognition with his 1111 project, Africa's first AR art collection. His work has showcased globally, including exhibitions like Retro's Africa's Generation Y and the Symphony of Being. Always innovating, Overture is expanding into video content and developing an AR app that promises to revolutionize the art world and beyond. Join me as we welcome Overture. AI is not just a tool in fashion and art. It's a creative force redefining how we design, imagine, and express. By learning from heritage, AI translates cultural elements into fresh patterns and textures, helping designers infuse their work into unique narratives. It's a partnership merging the human touch with machine precision. In fashion, AI is reimagining textiles and apparel. It enables designers to explore forms, colors, and patterns in ways never before possible, bridging tradition with innovation. From generating original artwork to creating personalized fashion pieces, AI is transforming creativity into a sustainable collaborative process, fueling new possibilities and empowering artists and designers to push boundaries. AI is more than technology. It's a new voice in the creative process. Together, we are weaving a future where fashion and art are shaped by the limitless potential of human imagination and AI.
About the Sustainable Design Expo. It was successful. It's interesting to see all the industry experts that were here today. Interesting to see the work of the designers, And we're really excited. We had the local communities also represented, the women who weave these textiles, because for us, what is important is our ability to promote our indigenous culture, our indigenous crafts, and also to bring alive some of the textiles that are going extinct. We're really excited about what we are going to have in 2024. We're really excited about sustainable design in 2024, and we look forward to working with all the brilliant brands that were here represented, and we are excited about the creative industry in Nigeria. There's so much potential in it, and we are sure that the dreams of these people will be bettered alive with the Sustainable Design Expo. Thank you for everyone who made it here. Thank you to His Excellency, the SSA of Arts and Culture. Thank you to every person who was represented here, the organizations. We really want to say thank you to them.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you
So,
for having me.
can you hear me clearly? Hello? Hi. So I think there's a network lag, but our next topic is interactive art and AI. And we have Oladapo Ogunjobi taking this topic. He's also known as Overture, and he's going to be coming, to join us shortly. So Fauza says, I never thought to use ChatGPT to create product descriptions. Yes, so he talked about copy.ai. I haven't used copy.ai, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out. But yes, ChatGPT, Meta AI. There's also Claude. I like Claude because Claude is CLAUDE.ai. So you could just go to their website to register or download their app. I like Claude because, it sounds a little bit more human than ChatGPT. So another thing you have to be careful for is you have to make sure that, you don't just take it verbatim or verbatim. You don't just copy and paste. You have to edit it into your own voice or into your brand voice. So it's just supposed to help you. It's not supposed to like replace, your work. And the thing with AI is the more you know, the more you feed it, the better the outcome. For example, if I'm a marketer, for example, and I say, okay, give me the audience for this business. As opposed to somebody that just goes there and says, who can I sell to? you know, the quality of the outcome will be different. So yes, the more you know, the more AI can help you. So yes, ChatGPT is great. You could try Meta AI is just on your WhatsApp or it's just on your Instagram. Like so just start having fun with it. Start, forecasting with it. Yes. Try to be realistic with the results. Yes. So that's the thing. AI is still in its, I don't want to say it's infant stage because AI is already like major and really helpful. But don't just copy and paste. Also edit it. Also, what you're feeding it. Also know what to take away from it. So that's another thing. All right. I believe our next speaker should be coming up shortly. But if you have any other AI questions, you could put it in. I will be happy to answer as much as I can because I might not be an AI expert, but I use AI. I just tried it once and I didn't go back. All right, I think he's here. Well, his network is a little bit slow, but he should be up shortly. So any other AI questions? Let's have them. Any other AI questions? I'm sure a lot of us have seen, these designs, this AI, like on social media. Another thing is AI doesn't look realistic yet, you know, but it could be really helpful, like, to create designs. So who is going to try? Who's going to, maybe you've not tried out AI before, but now you're going to, try AI. You're going to use it in some form or in some way in your business. Let me know. Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments what you're going to try. Are you going to try out? So, Mr. Foley shared a lot of tools that even like I haven't used before. He talked about newarc.ai and some others. Okay, so he's back.
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome back.
In a challenge, really.
Yeah, I know the network is quite bad, but we're excited to have you here, and we're looking forward to everything you have in store for us. So I'm going to just go briefly over your um Okay, so we have Mr. Oladapo Gunjabi. He's also known as Overture. He's a Nigerian multidisciplinary artist who creates enlivened art by infusing visual storytelling, photography with technology. In 2018, he was a featured participant in the New York Portfolio Review for his Mammon collection, which birthed the idea for the 1111 project. When Oladapo introduced the enthralling 1111 project, he created an art collection that eclipsed traditional art and carved out a futuristic pathway for African art. So we're really looking forward to your session today on interactive art and AI. You have the floor.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today. So I'm discussing interactive art and artificial intelligence. So when we come to interactive art, we have two categories of interactive art. We have one is augmented reality art, where the physical world is mixed with the digital world and you're seeing both simultaneously. Then we also have virtual reality, where you're taken out of the physical world and you're put into a completely new digital world. And these two different realities have different meanings and response or reactions. Because like I said, the AR, which I specialize in, augmented reality, allows you see digital information whilst you're still seeing your real world. And when we now start looking at interactive art, then we are looking at art that you could see while seeing your real world, and art that you can also be fully immersed in, art that can respond to you based on the actions you make. Really, that's what makes it interactive. And when we now put interactive art with artificial intelligence, the combination is endless. Like, the possibilities are very endless. The magic that could happen is unprecedented. So we all know that artificial intelligence makes productivity more efficient, almost like 10 times faster than without, if not more than 10 times faster than without artificial intelligence. So essentially, what artificial intelligence does with uh, interactive art, it's that it gives us response real time. So it gives us the real time response of the digital information that we need to see at the time. So artificial intelligence makes things happen faster. So you don't have to wait like the previous speaker spoke. So you don't have to wait and getting information that was piled over 10 years, but instead you just ask a question and it delivers it to you. Right now, you just create a text to image prompt and it delivers the image to you, or you do a text to video prompt and it delivers the video to you. So the whole point of interactivity and artificial intelligence, I would say, is the speed, the scale and speed in which this technology can deliver fresh activities, fresh ideas, and fresh results. And this is also why Mark Zuckerberg, our daddy, the CEO of Meta, has just announced this smart glasses that that makes you interact with the real world around you via augmented reality. So we can actually tell that the future of where we are going to is not just interactive art, but interactive everything, right? So you have interactive art, you have interactive maps, you have interactive books, like you have things that just you can communicate with, because at that moment, right now, we don't use our hands for anything. We just using our smart glasses. Now with our smart glasses, we can then see different informations like maps. Like I want to see where I'm going to, the map is there. I can talk to the map to give me a faster route or a slower route, and the map will like give me that in real time. So like I said, the point is real time, the speed and the scale of what artificial intelligence will do to interactive art. But interactive art in itself is something that would grow. It's just started. We are using augmented reality art to entertain and to inform. But but my prediction is that over time, and the same time as per 2030, so by 2030, we are fully into this interactive experience, like every day of our life, everything we're doing, like very interactive. Say this meeting I'm having right now, I'm doing it via my laptop. But I promise you in 2030, we'll be doing it via a smart glasses or even something better. So that's it for interactive art. I hope I've been able to like shed some light as to what makes art interactive in the first place, being able to connect with the art, being able to do more than just look at a good piece of art. But right now, especially with my artworks, when you put your phone in front of it, you see the artworks come alive with sound, which makes it very interesting. It gives goosebumps, and with like very interesting visuals. And like I said, like most of those visuals and sound all done with AI. So what would take me, let's say, 2 weeks or 2 months to create, because I studied fine art in the University of Lagos. So this is something I actually do, you get me, professionally. So let's say it takes me like 2 weeks, 2 months to create a piece of music that I want to add, like a 10 seconds piece of music that I need to add to a project of mine or a piece of mine. Now it will take me 2 hours to create that, because I could just type, oh, I want a music with a very beautiful solemn mood and rain background dropping, and boom, AI has given me that. That's something I'll have to produce with different studios. But right now, AI has done it. So like I said, AI makes interactive art fast, and it can scale up the numbers, the production, the ability of the art to reach more people. That's something AI can do. When it even comes to like telling the story about your art that most artists find challenging sometimes, if you tell AI, this is what I was thinking about when I was creating this piece, and this is what I want my audience to think about when they read this discourse. Give me something. I promise you, AI is going to give you something convincing that you would also like. So to just put my point down again, is that interactive art and artificial intelligence has just been born. It's been like, say, I think in like in the last 4 to 10 years, it's just been coming out gradually. But in a matter of time, and I'm saying time being in the next 4 to 10 years again, we're going to be fully immersed in an interactive experience. It's not just going to be art, but it's going to be interactive everything. It's going to be interactive everything, and augmented reality is at the forefront of that. I also talked about virtual reality at the beginning of this discourse, and virtual reality, like I said, takes you out of the physical space. So there's something virtual reality does. It's affects the brain. So because what our brain works with what we see, smell, perceive. So virtual reality takes you away from the physical space and puts you on the top of a building or puts you in a volcano. Then your brain fires differently in reacting to what you're seeing, and using that with AI now, you could actually use it to treat fears like fear of height, fear of water. You could use it for training. And like I said, you could use it actively. So you could just like type AI generates a scene of volcano, then the AI generated a scene of volcano. So there are so many ways you could use AI. Use it for visuals, for videos, for music, for text copy, for marketing strategy, for social media strategies, for emails. It's, I mean, the list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. And one other thing I want to mention is as a creative, visual artist, fashion designer, there is no reason why you should fear AI or even be concerned about AI. Don't even think about it, because as long as you know that we are not going to go back to using 3310. Most of us will know 3310, that Nokia device, very strong at the time, like powerful device. But as long as we're not going to go back to using that device, we are going to go forward to more science fiction, robots, like beautiful future. So we have to accommodate, accept and accommodate artificial intelligence, use it to build ourselves, because artificial intelligence cannot do much on its own. You get me? It cannot do much. It works with instructions and prompts. So it's like you decide the instructions you're giving your AI and also weigh in the results. That will be it for now. If you have any question on interactive art and AI, any specific questions, I'll be very happy to answer any questions. Any questions? Or if there's anything you want me to say, add, subtract, expatiate, explain, I'll be happy to do that.
Okay. Thank you very much for that amazing session. And in case you haven't seen his Instagram, please go straight away to I am Overture on Instagram. It is amazing. I saw your work and I was blown away. I think I had come across it before, but during this before this session, I went to check out your work and I was just blown away. I didn't even know that it came with sound as well. So my first question would be, what inspired you to explore interactive art and AI? Because it's pretty new. Even like in the global space, it's still pretty fresh, still pretty new. So what inspired you to uh, explore it?
Okay, so in 2017, when I created the first piece that inspired my augmented reality journey, the piece is titled Things We Do for Money. So I created that piece, and very amazing piece. We had this coin rolling, beautiful scene. But at the time, I knew that I couldn't really have motion on a static image, if that makes sense. I could not have motion on paper. If I needed motion, I would be looking at a screen or a TV, something technical, something not so simple. So that triggered me to start thinking of what could allow me have a static image and still display motion at the same time, right? Even before the sound came, like I just wanted a static image and display motion, and that was what I focused on for the next 4 years. Then boom, in 2020, from 2017
I think network is a little bit slow. Oh, okay. The network is bad. I hope he comes back up because I actually have a couple of questions for him. But yeah, so you could check, yeah, so you could check out his page. I am Overture. It is amazing, just seeing what um art, what AI, the effect of AI on art. It is amazing. So the way it is, just in case you can check it out now, is so he mentioned that he studied fine art in University of Lagos. So he has like his art comes to life. So if you put your phone on it, real time, you will just have this experience where you can interact with this art with like your senses, so like sound, visually. So you're not just looking at, usually you just look at art like, thank you. I have a good number of young people studying computer science in Nigeria, but not knowing what to do with the degree. What specific AI fields would you suggest? Okay, I really hope this comes back. Okay, you're back. We have a lot of questions for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with, well, you were still speaking though. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was just speaking.
Yes, you were still speaking.
Yes, so from 2017 to 2030, then I stumbled upon augment. It's not really stumbled because of the search, but I saw augmented reality and I was like, yes, gold mine. I was like, okay, holy grail is done. So when I did the first piece with the augmented reality, that was when I knew, like, I mean, I've always known I'll be very successful, but I mean, it was solid. I could see like, oh wow, it's done. So I compiled more artworks, made them come to life, then released the project, the 1111 project, knowing fully well that this had never been done before.
Mm-hmm.
It was a new thing, so I had no playbook. I was not following any playbook to say, okay, this is what someone has done. I was like, this is good. The world must believe in this. Like they must see and agree with me that this is awesome. Like I was that confident. Then I released the series and took did this thing from there. Did you get that?
Okay. Yes, I did get that. So another question is, what tools, gadgets, and education do you need to begin our AR journey?
Mm. Tools, gadget, and education. Education. So for tools, I think okay, tools, gadget, and so tools will be what. So you could do AR as a photographer, a painter, a sculptor, a fashion designer, anything. Like, so your tools will be tailored to what you create in the first place, right? So when it now comes to gadgets, then we are talking about you need a computer, because if you're doing fashion, painting, whatever, you will need a computer to generate your audio, you generate your videos, you get me, create things. You just need a computer at some point. You could use a phone too, but you need a device to do that. Then education. One core thing I would say you must learn is design. So you must understand the core of design. You must understand colors. You must understand sound design. You must understand composition. You must understand history. Like, because I studied it in school, so I did it for 4 years. So I had enough time to studied. But that design is a call because after I did augmented reality, after doing augmented reality, numerous people have done augmented reality that are inspired, right? But you would also see that, and some of them good, some of them not so good. I'll be very straightforward, right? And you'd see that the ones that are not so good, the same is the same technology, right? It's the same wow technology, but why is it not so good? Because of design. So don't expect to do augmented reality and everybody will be happy, or everybody, or you blow. No, like it's not about augmented reality. It's about design. How you use the sound, how you use the colors, how you use the history, how you tell the story, how you present it on your website. So focus on design. Go YouTube, focus on design for just keep I'm still focused on design. I'm still learning on design, right? So it doesn't end. You just have to understand design, because when you understand design, every other thing will come in place. You'll be able to use your gadgets or your skills to deliver something impressive.
Wow, thank you. And it just goes back to what you said about, AI gives you what you feed it. So you have to feed it prompts, you have to feed it instructions, and it is what you know that that you put in and then you can get out of it. Thank you very much. We have one more question, and it's I have a good number of young people studying computer science in Nigeria, but not knowing what to do with the degree. What specific or AI fields would you suggest?
Should they are studying computer science?
Yes, studying computer science in Nigeria, but not knowing what to do with the degree. Okay, so I hope he comes back because I haven't even asked him my own questions yet. But yeah, that was amazing. That was really great. Have you gone to check out his page? And are you back? If you've gone to check out his page, please let me know. Is there any software for an AI user? Yes. So I hope he comes back so we can ask him this. But just in case he doesn't come back, um, we could just Google that and see, what softwares there are for AR. But like you said, we need design understanding.
Yes. So if you're
Okay,
studying,
so he's back. All
yeah, I
right.
got you. So if you're studying, I couldn't even wait to answer this question. So if you're studying
Yeah,
computer science, I would advise what I was just it's just my advice, but what I would advise is you focus on the back end of the experience. If you're
right.
studying if you're studying design, I would say focus on the experience. But if you're studying computer science, focus on the back end of the experience. Now, what do I mean? The whole AR, AI, VR structure, you go, is backed on chips, devices, applications, softwares, computer, basically. So if you can focus on making a software or a device or something backend that makes the experience 5 times faster, 10 times faster. Because you say currently now, if you buy my artwork for the first time, you download my app, you scan the QR code, it loads, and that load takes like 20 seconds, right? So if you
Wow.
bring that with design, if you bring that to 5 seconds, with computer knowledge, if you bring that to 5 seconds, if you bring that to 2 seconds, which it will get to, you get me, eventually, you've done enough, like you've done a lot. So as a computer guy, you may want to focus on the development back end of the softwares and the things, the platform. Focus on the platform rather than focusing on the experience itself.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're into more of the tech end, focus more on the back end and not on the design end, because the design end requires design experience.
Yes.
It shows, like you said, it will show if you have that design experience or not. Thank you. So I have one question. So how do you think AI art will evolve in the next couple of years, considering, right now people go to Paris to see, all these art, to go to the Louvre, see Mona Lisa. How do you think the more, interactive art evolves, do you think that would diminish, or do you think they would work side by side? How do you think, interactive art would affect the art industry?
Side by side, side
Okay.
by side, side by side. It's like wall clocks and digital clocks.
Mm,
We see digital clocks trying to look like wall clocks. So
yeah.
it's side by side. Like no one is going like Mona Lisa that you mentioned will have augmented reality. It's only a matter of
Mm,
time. It's only a matter of time. Like
yeah.
and I could be the one to set it up, you be like we don't know
Okay.
these things, but I promise you by
Yeah.
2030, when you go to the museum, you'll be able to use your glasses. When you look at the Mona Lisa, she'll be doing something. You get me? And the
Yeah.
interesting thing is
Mm,
what I see her doing could be completely different from what you see her doing. Do you get me? Coming from 100 people, you get me? So it doesn't have to be the same thing. As long as I'm wearing my glasses and
mm-hmm,
I'm tuning into my own app, so she could be doing something funny, you could be doing
mm-hmm,
something informative, another person could be learning on the history of Mona Lisa. So
mm-hmm.
it's like completely different. But Mona Lisa as an image in itself is going to, like I'm saying, the museum itself is going to have to commission the augmented
Condition
reality,
more augmented
commission
reality.
David statues, system, everything art around
Mm-hmm.
us will just evolve into AR
Into
seamlessly.
it.
Like they're there
Yeah.
already, they're not going anywhere. But when you're now looking at them with a glasses,
Mm-hmm.
something interesting is happening. And it's so interesting because it's something anybody can do. Like I can
Mm-hmm.
go take my Lisa, create me, I can create it in the back end. And you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's right? But yeah, I create it, you create it, and 100 other people create it. Then stories, it keeps going. It's endless. It's endless. It's going
Mm-hmm.
to be fully immersed. We're going to be fully immersed in interactivity and augmented
Mm-hmm.
reality. And also remember that when we take off our glasses, we are back to the real world, right?
Yeah. True.
When we take off, so do like don't it's not complicated. It's just like oh you take off your glasses, then you see someone with
Yeah.
glasses
Back.
laughing so hard, and you're
Back
back. You don't
up,
want to
and
make
then you see. Yeah.
right, right. So
Virtual
so
reality.
from glasses we're going to go into contact lenses
Mm-hmm.
where you just put it in your eye and you can see it happen.
You
So
can
these
see.
technologies
Yeah.
have been made already. They're just going to be advanced, right? So we are going to be fully immersed. And when people ask questions, I just say the expo. We all know what expo is, not exposition.
Yeah.
Expo,
Yeah.
exam expo. The
Yeah.
expo. So the expo has been presented in movies,
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm.
stories. Like it's there. When you think about your future, think about it in this manner, like, oh, by 2030, 2035, 2040, these Hollywood movies describe the science fiction as all
Mm-hmm.
these things. At that point where cars are flying, for
Yeah.
example, what's my position? Do you understand?
Mm.
Where do I
Yeah.
stand? What's my lifestyle like? Do I have a
Mm.
robot? Like, am
Mm-hmm.
I exposed to these things? Do I have a flying car of myself? Am I working for someone that has a flying car?
Mm-hmm.
Because like the world keep going and it won't really wait for
Yeah.
anyone. So it's not as if when flying
Exactly.
car comes, everybody be flying. No, it's like when flying car
Yeah.
comes, people still fly buses. So
Exactly.
yeah, so it's like everybody pick your own.
Pick
Everybody
your
pick your own.
own.
So you just
Yeah.
have in the science movies, in this science fiction, where do I stand? Am I the digital
Mm-hmm.
marketing this new ideas, hologram?
Mm-hmm.
Because the hologram thing is going to be
Mm-hmm.
done by a designer.
Yeah.
It's going to be done
True.
by a designer, right? And also
Yes,
the gadget is
absolutely.
going to be done by a computer engineer. So all those
That's
things
so
are all those
true.
things. Yes. So all those things are
So
going to come
actually
together.
positioning for the future.
Planning for the future is key because the future
Positioning
is
for the
coming. The
future.
future
The future is coming, whether we like it or not.
whether we like it or not, we're going to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, you're right. You're right. And that's really amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know if anybody has any other questions. Oh, so someone asked for software for an AR user.
Okay, so for AR, it's just like social media. It's just like social media. There's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like so, for AR, there are so many. But like I said, based on design, if you know what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing with design, you know where to go to. Like you say, you are selling, like you want to sell houses, you know you have to go to
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. But if you want to
Mm-hmm.
sell massaging something or facial something, you know you have to go
Mm-hmm.
to TikTok. You know, if you
TikTok,
want to
yeah.
sell music video, you know you have to go to YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want an AR experience tailored to this place, use Overture app. If you want an AR experience tailored to this place, use Activive. If you want an AR
Mm-hmm.
experience, use iJack or use Aria or use and these are AR platforms I've just listed. So iJack is an AR platform. iJack is IEYE Jack
Mm-hmm.
JACK. Then Aria is ARIA. Area
Mm-hmm.
AR platform. Then there's Activive. Activive is ARTIVIVE. So that's
Mm-hmm.
Activive. So platform. So
And there's
they are
Overture as well.
yeah, and there's Overture, and there's Overture, and there's Overture. You know, so like
Yeah.
there's so many. There's so many. Overture
Yeah.
particularly, I'm doing for Africa. So I'm doing it for Africans
Mm-hmm.
because I want it to be I want it to be home. You know, I want it to be
Mm.
home. Be home. I want to feel like, okay, this is it. It's not foreign. It's not
Mm-hmm.
something
It's
that
not
you're saying
foreign, yeah.
and
It's
view.
for us by us.
Yes, it's for us by us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This has been really, insightful. And I'm thankful that you came to, give us all the information that we need and not gatekeeping. That's, teaching us everything that we
AI will
should do.
release everything. There's nothing to
Thank you.
keep. AI will drop everything.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly. It's all out there, But
right.
thank you so much. I'm actually really blown away by the work you're doing, and I look forward to seeing more from you. We look forward to seeing more from you. So thank you so, so much. And
You're most
have
welcome.
an amazing rest of the day. Thank you for coming on our platform.
Thank you. Bye, guys. See you next week.
See you next. Yes. All right, everyone. I think we would all agree that that was amazing. And if you haven't checked out his pages, please do so that you could, put an image to everything that we just talked about interactive art and AI. So, what really stood out to us in the last session? Please put it down in the comments. Let us know. Okay, Chrissy says, so you switch an art piece and convert it into an experience. Exactly. That is what it is. So an art piece converted to an experience. So we're not just looking at static art, but people interacting with the art. So, so the art is, sort of coming alive. That's pretty much what it is. And he was so kind, to give us insight into the back end and to, see how to, do that for people that are, looking forward to going into that line. I'm sure you'll see a lot of great materials on his page as well. So we have one more session, and that one is also going to be amazing. You will agree that all the sessions have been great so far. There's been a lot of learning. There's been a lot to learn. Oh, okay. So we're done for today. Okay. So I believe that was the last session for today. So while we wrap up, does anybody have any more questions, any more comments? Can we go over them? So today we talked about, the role of AI in fashion, just to go over everything we learned today, the role of AI in fashion and creativity. And we learned about tools that we could use. We learned about how we could use, AI in our fashion and creative industry, how to use AI in marketing, how to use like simple AI tools like ChatGPT, and we learned Meta AI. We learned some more tools to use, like Copy.ai to create sales documents. We learned a lot more softwares that we could use as well. So I hope you took notes. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And then we went to interactive art and AI, where we were taught, the back end, what really goes into AI, talking about the future. Yeah, great expos today. Absolutely. We had really great expos in quote today, where we talked about AI. I hope if there's one thing we're taking away from this session, it should be, to embrace AI, it's not going anywhere. And I love the illustration he used where we're not going to go back to 3310 phones. Smartphones are here to stay. That's the same way, AI is here to stay. And everything is really moving so fast. Some years ago, smartphones were like so far into the future. It was looking like, oh, when are these things gonna happen? But that's how fast the world is moving. So we need to be early adopters. He also talked about flying cars. I saw a video of a flying car. So, it looks like, oh, when will cars fly? But I'm sure that was how it looked when the they were creating the airplanes as well, when they were creating the cars as well. It was looking like, oh, this looks so far-fetched. But see, here we are today. So AI is not going anywhere. We need to adopt it. We need to, learn it. We need to include it in our fashion and our creative work, so that it can aid productivity and give us an edge on that global stage. So are there any questions before we round up for today? I guess no more questions. So once again, I am Damia Modu, representing A Plus Agency, and this has been brought to you in collaboration with British Council of Architecture, Design, and Fashion. We have our physical showcase in Abuja on October 19th. I believe more, you could check out Instagram page A Plus Fashion Academy or A Plus Agency, and you'll have more details on that, I am sure. But we look forward to having you in Abuja. If you're going to be there physically, if you're around, it would be amazing. I'm sure we've seen videos of what the last one was like. I'm sure this one promises to be even better. So we look forward to having you on October 19th at the physical showcase on sustainable development. Yes, you will get more information from the IG handle. A.Agency Fashion Academy. A.Agency Fashion Academy. All right, then that brings us to the end of our sessions, day 1 and day 2. I had a great time here. I hope you did too. So thank you and have a wonderful rest of the day.
About the Sustainable Design Expo. It was successful. It's interesting to see all the industry experts that were here today. Interesting to see the work of the designers, and we're really excited. We had the local communities also represented, the women who weave these textiles, because for us, what is important is our ability to promote our indigenous culture, our indigenous crafts, and also to bring alive some of the textiles that are going extinct. We're really excited about what we are going to have in 2024. We're really excited about sustainable design in 2024, and we look forward to working with all the brilliant brands that were here represented, and we're excited about the creative industry in Nigeria. There's so much potential in it, and we are sure that the dreams of these people will be bettered alive with the Sustainable Design Expo. Thank you for everyone who made it here. Thank you to His Excellency, the SSA of Arts and Culture. Thank you to every person who was represented here, the organizations. We really want to say thank you to them.